Imagine losing access to TikTok overnight. Millions of creators left scrambling, businesses cut off in their audiences, and users wondering what just happened. That's no longer a distant fear. It's a legal reality unfolding across the United States. At the center of it all is a sweeping law passed by Congress, the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary-Controlled Applications Act PAFACA. This law demands ByteDance, TikTok's Chinese parent company, to sell its U.S. operations to an American entity or face a nationwide ban. The goal? National security. But for millions of Americans, the stakes go far beyond politics. From small business owners to digital entertainers, the future of their livelihood could be wiped away with the tap of a gavel. The legal firestorm intensified when the U.S. Supreme Court upheld a law, ruling that the government's national security interests outweigh TikTok's free speech claims. In a case known as TikTok v. Garland, the justices backed Congress and the president's authority to regulate foreign-owned apps deemed security threats. As a result, ByteDance was given until mid-January to divest or shut down TikTok's U.S. operations. On January 19th, TikTok actually went dark, removed from U.S. app stores, functionality restricted. But then, former President Trump granted an unexpected 75-day reprieve, followed by 2 more 90-day extensions that pushed TikTok's shutdown deadline into mid-September 2025. This created an uneasy limbo. TikTok still operates, but the clock is ticking. Meanwhile, a new wave of legislation is gaining steam in Congress. Senator Ed Markey has proposed a law to allow TikTok to continue operating in the U.S. under strict data transparency rules, rather than forcing a sale. His proposal suggests that instead of outright banning apps linked to foreign adversaries, the U.S. government could require them to disclose data practices, undergo regular audits, and meet U.S.-based control standards. While critics argue it's not enough, supporters say it balances national security with digital rights. Alongside Markey's plan are other bills like to extend the TikTok Deadline Act and to repeal the TikTok Ban Act, both still working their way through committees but drawing national attention. TikTok creators across the country have been vocal. Many rely on the platform for income, community, and influence. Small business owners use it to market products, grow loyal customer bases, and drive sales. With TikTok's future uncertain, creators have begun exploring alternative platforms like Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, but these aren't always seamless transitions. Some creators are reporting financial losses, brand partnerships dissolving, and audiences scattering. Compounding the issue, competitors like Snapchat are actively recruiting TikTok influencers, offering financial incentives to migrate their content and followers. If you're finding this helpful so far, make sure to hit the like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more critical updates like this, and don't forget to share this video. Your support helps keep the information flowing. Legal experts are now raising questions about the multiple deadline extensions granted by executive order. While the original law set a clear time frame for divestiture, ongoing delays may stretch the limits of executive power. Some believe it opens the door for legal challenges not just from TikTok, but also from U.S. users and tech companies affected by the ongoing uncertainty. Meanwhile, Google and Apple face increasing scrutiny for continuing to host TikTok on their app stores, with potential legal and financial risks looming if the ban is officially triggered and they fail to comply. At the policy level, U.S. Commerce officials have reinforced the need for American ownership. According to the Commerce Secretary, any ongoing operation of TikTok must involve American-controlled data infrastructure, code, and leadership. Without that, the app remains a SED's comments underscore that even if ByteDance agrees to sell TikTok, any potential buyer would need to meet strict national criteria, something that has already deterred several interested parties. So, what happens if no deal is reached by September? The ban becomes mandatory. TikTok will be removed from app stores in the U.S., and internet service providers may be required to block its traffic. The Biden and Trump administrations have both left open the door for further extensions, but patience is wearing thin in Washington. Even creators now feel a sense of fatigue, unsure how long they can continue investing in a platform that might disappear any day. At its core, this conflict represents a new frontier in the battle between digital freedom and national security. On one side, Lawmakers and intelligence agencies argue that apps like TikTok give adversarial governments access to sensitive U.S. user data. On the other, creators, users, and civil liberties groups argue that the solution shouldn't come to the cost of free expression and economic opportunity. As the September deadline looms, Americans are forced to ask themselves tough questions. Are we ready to give up our favorite platform? And if not, how do we keep it safe? Stay informed, stay adaptable. Your voice and content matter in this fight over digital privacy, national control, and the future of online freedom. The story of TikTok in America is still being written, and what happens next will shape the landscape of tech and media for years to come. Risk.